What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, shout out to my boy Ticket TV. He did a video talking about this on his Ticket TV page. Please subscribe to his platform. So President Trump was booed into oblivion today in Washington. So you might have seen a video earlier today that I did on my channel where I talked about how Trump, apparently, according to reports, wants the new stadium, the new stadium that's going to be built where RFK Stadium used to lie, for the Washington Commanders, formerly the Washington Redskins. He wants it to be named after him. And I was saying in my video, man, that Trump really does not have a pulse on America at this time, man. He is in a bubble in Washington, surrounded by sycophants, surrounded by party leaders that I think are lying to him. I also suspect that Donald Trump might be a little bit senile, but I don't want to speculate too much onto that one. I just don't think that he really has a pulse on America right now. And people are hurting. People are living paycheck to paycheck. And those are the people who aren't working for the government. You got people in Washington right now, government workers. You have a lot of federal workers that live in the DC area, and they're not getting paid right now. And you're hearing about this guy, you know what I'm saying, penalizing states if they go ahead and give people full, SNAP benefits. Talking about penalizing the states. This same dude that is pushing for an extension of the government shutdown to try to stick it to the Democrats, and then playing these blame games. And people are tired of these games, man. I'm not trying to say it's all on Republicans. But like I said, man, the Republicans have a trifecta right now. Essentially, philosophically, they have a advantage in the Supreme Court, even though the Supreme Court is not supposed to be political. But we do know that there is political lenience in there. The 5-4 decision with the Bush versus Gore decision as far as voting is concerned, counting the votes in the 2000 election, and the 5 that voted in Bush's favor all have to be philosophically conservative versus the 4 who voted against it. They were liberal, so it's politics in the Supreme Court. Then, of course, the Republicans have the executive branch and they have the control legislative branch. So when it comes to who people are blaming for this, the plurality, if not the majority of Americans, are blaming the Republicans. And they're blaming Donald Trump. His approval rating is down to 40%. He's getting back down to the numbers that we saw during the pandemic. And like I said before, this is a dude that also is using private donors to build a $300 million ballroom to host some of his most prestigious and richest friends. It don't look good. It'll be like if Herbert Hoover, during the Great Depression, was hosting, Andrew Carnegie, well, not Andrew Carnegie, but Andrew W. Mellon and John Rockefeller and all the richest people in the world. I think Carnegie was dead by 1930, but, hosting all these richest people in the world while Americans are suffering in these, Hoovervilles and, these shanty towns across America. You know what I'm saying? So people are really pissed off right now, man. They're pissed off. And like I said, Washington is not really a very friendly place for him anyway. I don't know if you remember, but during his first term, during the World Series, they were booing the hell out of him then. When the Washington Nationals was playing the Houston Astros, that World Series, like it was about 5-6 years ago, they were booing the hell out of him then. So you got a lot of people, man, that they haven't got paid in weeks. They don't want to hear nothing from you, bro. And I'm not trying to make this a Republican versus Democratic thing, man, but when people are angry, bro, they don't give a damn about what party you are. I'm going to tell you another thing, too. And I said this in my video about Abigail Spanberg. I said she was going to get 59% of the vote. She got 58%. I was close. I knew she was going to do better than what the polling showed because people, let me tell you something. Even though you have people on the right who like to make it seem like everybody on the EBT, SNAP, or welfare rolls are black or minority. The statistics show otherwise. One of the heaviest states when it comes to SNAP benefits is West Virginia. You and I, if we follow politics, you know West Virginia has become one of the most red rock Republican states. It voted over 70% for Trump last year. The black population in West Virginia is very scant, yet it's one of the leading states when it comes to SNAP benefits. So what I'm getting at is, I knew that even though a lot of these people talk about how much they hate their Democrats and all that, in the back of their mind, they also know the Democrats are much more pro incentives, pro uh, trinkets when it comes to, and more liberal when it comes to the amounts that people get. So they might preach one thing in front of their friends, but I said silently, a good percentage of those voters are going to vote blue because they depend on SNAP benefits too behind the scenes. They depend on government incentives, rent assistance, and all these other things that, for some reason, in their mind, they don't think it qualifies as welfare to them. They're entitled to it. But other people that get it, it's they're mooching off of America. So I wasn't surprised one bit we saw that blue tsunami earlier this week. And if the things continue the way they're going, and usually, when I've been following politics since I was 7, 8 years old. I'm 45. Usually the way these things work is that the party that's perceived to be in power is the party that tends to get the blame. And if things don't improve over the next year, then the second half of Trump's term might be very tumultuous. I'm not saying that's good for America, because we need bipartisan government. We need a government that's going to do things for the American people and not obsessed with witch hunts against the other party. But I know how these parties are. They become much more toxic, they become much more polarized. They're out to get the other side. And if things don't improve, and the way these Democrats are talking about, revenge, they will probably get a majority in the House and Senate in 2026 if things don't improve. And the second half of Trump's term will probably be basically a Democratic witch hunt against him. More impeachments, more investigations. It's just going to be fucked up, man. It really is. And that's the broken government that we have right now. But yeah, I'm not surprised at all they booed the hell out of Trump. And they need to be booing that damn team too. 44-22. Damn shame. Man, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.